Moses, we need 25 from you tonight. Pods, can we please not throw the ball into the stanchion? Kuminga, can you go out and get 20 and 10? Horford, can you play 28 minutes?
Okay.
Prove it game.
Here's the bottom line for all you needing a little help with this one. Tonight's game is the most important game of the season. Steph Curry won't be playing tonight when the Warriors...
This is a good teammate, damn it.
Well, if he were a good teammate, he would have stayed away from the arena last night because you watch, we're going to have all of a sudden the flu bug going around.
They don't win without him.
We'll see.
Do you think it's what Jimmy really has? He's sick?
I do, but...
This is Curry. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'll be all right, though.
Good.
Hopefully kick it to the curve and get back to full strength. But it's good enough to get through the night, but it's getting worse, so I don't want to stay too close or far away from y'all.
That's the quickest post-game presser I've seen him do. He answered 3 questions quick and was just... then he got out of there.
By the way, we haven't made much out of it, but Steph Curry has really ingratiated himself to the media this year in a big way.
Oh, it's huge.
I cannot tell you, if you start detecting overly positive coverage of Steph Curry, it's not because of his play. He's coming to the podium immediately after games now. So there's a 10-minute cooling off period, provided you need it. Doesn't mean you can't open the locker room doors earlier than 10 minutes, but it's got to be open at 10 minutes. He goes right to the podium. He does 5 minutes, and every media member in the country, well, every media member in the building is just ecstatic because Steph used to play, work out, lift, sauna, steam, massage. I'll do media now, an hour or so after the game. So there you go. Steph Curry being a team player with the media. You got to love it.
Well, I always wondered why he would want to go last. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't usually stars just get media out of the way? They go to the podium quickly. Maybe it's just because a lot of the guys on the road are, like the Bookers of last night, they'll go to the podium, they'll go right after the head coach, and then they'll just do whatever they got to do and get out of there.
I mean, it was kind of early in Curry's career, I think, when I was kind of blown away to find out how many guys work out after games. A lot of guys will wait to lift until after the game, and a lot, obviously there's getting to the trainer's room and all that stuff. And one of the reasons Curry's so great at 37, I'm sure, has something to do with how great he is at recovering after a game, which is him doing his routine. So
well, it's not like the 80s where you just grab a 6-pack and be on your way.
No.
Guys take care of themselves now, Steiny.
Yeah, and interestingly, they'd play full seasons back then. You just don't. It's just very, very strange.
They're a lot slower. No, but I have a theory, and that is we're gonna get a little more of a spicy Steph this year. And it's because he doesn't have a cool-down period. When you go straight from the floor to the podium, you're generally in more of the state of mind you were when you're playing. So whether Steph was riding high or maybe he was low and frustrated, I think we're going to see a little more of that this year. Now, it also might mean that he's not as reflective.
Right.
And he's not as thoughtful. And he might be giving you more generic quotes, but I think that as far as emotion goes, that's something I'm going to be paying attention to this year.
Here's the other thing. If he goes first, it ensures that he will not be at the podium for longer than 6-8 minutes. But when he goes...
He does long pressers.
Even right after?
Well, not last night because he was sick.
Right.
But yeah, the first couple.
But I mean, sometimes...
Moses Moody's sitting there waiting to do his press conference. Steph won't get the hell out of there.
Well, he didn't want to go right after him either because the germs were all over the mic and stuff. But I'm talking about, sometimes when he would come out late, an hour, 45 minutes after a game, that's when he would sit there for 12, 15 minutes and be kind of reflective. So I agree with you. I think it's going to be a little bit different, but
prove it game tonight.
Oh, I know what. Oh gosh,
Prove it game.
For the Warriors?
Yeah. Well, the young guys.
This is the first game they're playing without Steph, right?
It's a prove it game. Yeah. If you can't beat Sac, well then, are you supposed to beat these other teams when you're underhanded?
We can't do that though.
Yeah.
We can't
Why
do
not?
that. It's you know what? It's about here's what I think it's about.
Moses, we need 25 from you tonight. Pods, can we please not throw the ball into the stanchion tonight? Kuminga, can you go out and get 20 and 10? Horford, can you play 28 minutes?
Hope. Okay.
Prove it game.
All right. Here's the bottom line for all you needing a little help with this one. Tonight's game is the most important game of the season up until this point. And the reason is it's the first game they're going to be playing without one or more of their big guys. So tonight's game will represent their first game without Steph, maybe without Jimmy, maybe without both, maybe without the big three. And so now I'm going to use it. We've got two standings. We've got the Warriors at 5-3, but after tonight, they're going to be either 0-1 or 1-0 in games without their veterans, and we know they're going to play a lot of games without their veterans this year.
You know why they should win tonight?
Why?
Because this is the game they lose.
Please explain.
Giannis doesn't play. They lose. Haliburton not playing for the Pacers. They lose. This is the game they should win because if they were the Kings and were at full strength, they'd lose. How about that? No, you don't like that one?
Not when you're not playing without your guy.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I wouldn't
okay,
say
then how
that.
do the Lakers go into Portland and beat the Blazers with no Luka, no LeBron, and no Reeves?
Evan, it's a make-or-miss league.
Oh, my God. Thanks, Mark Jackson.
Hey.
I'm just saying, there's been a lot of teams around the league that have won without their stars. Why can't the Warriors be one of them?
Well, I mean, yeah, they could win tonight, and then they're 1-0. But how are they going to be in the rest of the 18 games, where 25 games where they're
not
missing
playing
a guy?
the Spurs. They're playing the Kings.
Well, and this is what I mean. Like, if you can't beat the Spurs without your guys,
you mean the Kings?
I mean the Kings without their guys, then we may be looking at a real big problem when they're not healthy. How about that?
Well, but you can't do that because you can't look too far ahead. You got to take each game for what it is. That's me doing you.
The bottom line is they're going to have to win a chunk of games without one or more guys. And this is the first test for that tonight in Sacramento. By the way,
I mean, would I be shocked if they lose tonight if all three of those guys don't play? No.
Right.
But I am absolutely not counting them out. Like, I think they can.
Of course
I think
not.
those young guys can go up to Sacramento and win this game tonight.
That I agree with. I usually like to do that. I'm going to do it. Oh, we got to get out here.
Yeah, short segment.